Hey there, welcome back to my channel. It's the Spiritual Enchantress here. I just wanted to talk to you today about this quote that I put on my Instagram the other day, and I really love it. It's from Bob Proctor, and it is: the only limit in your life is the limit in your own thinking. What? You might be thinking, what? How is that the only limit in my life? And have this laundry list of things that are holding you back. The job you have, the money you make, the people in your life, the financial circumstances that you're under, COVID, whatever it is you think that is holding you back. Um, Realistically, that is the outcome, that those circumstances are the outcome of the thinking and the beliefs that you've had in the past. So they're all malleable. You can change your future, you can change the path that you're on, you can change your financial situation, the home that you're in, the relationship you're in, whatever it is, by changing your thinking. So we're gonna get to a couple of things that you can do to help change the thinking in this video. We'll start with number one. First, you have to figure out what your mindset is right now. You can't change something if you're not aware of it. So maybe over the next couple weeks, journal every single day about things that you believe, and do maybe a different topic every day and go deep into it. Like, money is a big one. Money mindset. A lot of people, even people who make a decent amount of money and think that they don't have any money blocks, often have some blocks related to money, and it usually comes from the way we were raised in childhood and what our parents told us and our teachers told us and things like that. So that's a really good one to do. A lot of people, for instance, this is a super common one, like money is evil, money is the root of all evil. And just think about the kind of beliefs that you hold deep down in regards to money and see if there's ways that you can think about it in a different way. Relationships. What is it that you believe about relationships? Do you believe that people need to do favors for you to be a friend? Do you believe that a husband has to do XYZ to actually love you? Or whatever it is. What kind of beliefs do you have about jobs? Do you believe that you have to do something you don't like to make money? Do you believe that being an artist will never put food on your table? And just go through and see what those beliefs are, because that's going to be key in changing the beliefs to something that is conducive to your growth and conducive to you being on the right path. And then two, once you have figured out what your beliefs are, you can work on changing them through mantras. Money flows easily and frequently to me. I'm a magnet for money. Mirror work works for some people, where you repeat those mantras to yourself with your eyes directly engaged in your own reflection, multiple times a day. Journaling. For me, what I learned from Bob Proctor, and it's worked really well in my own life, is journaling in the present tense. So I have a gratitude journal, and I write things I'm grateful for, things that I do already have, basic things that I'll always be grateful for no matter what, that kind of spark that feeling of true gratitude in me. Like, I am grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my husband, I'm grateful for my son, I'm grateful for our health, things like that. And then I start to flow into the things that I'm manifesting. I am so happy and grateful for this beautiful house I live in. I'm so happy and grateful now that I do what I love every day. I am so happy and grateful now that I make X amount of money doing what I love each day. If you catch my drift, I am so happy and grateful that my marriage is perfect. Just kidding. But along those lines, and actually writing about that in relationships, when you're mad at someone has helped me too. Writing, I am so happy and grateful for, and then like list 5 things that you're grateful for from that person. And it really changes their perspective and helps you to not be like mad at them and kind of like thinking bad things that aren't necessarily true, like blowing out of proportion the fact that they leave their socks on the floor, but they're actually doing all these other things for you too. So those are some really powerful ways, as well as visualization. Actually closing your eyes, getting quiet, and visualizing what it is that you desire. And this helps to program the subconscious mind to think that the things that you're seeing in your mind are actually happening. So you start to build a belief system around that. And the more you do this, the more you're going to notice when you're acting in a way that you used to, or in trying to say something that you used to believe. And then you're going to catch yourself and go, what? No, that's not true. I do it all the time, and it's a growing process. You're going to catch yourself and go, oh, I'm saying something that's limiting me right now. Is that really true, or am I just angry and I'm playing the victim again? And then 3, meditation. Meditation is going to help with the first 2 things. Getting quiet and noticing your thoughts. And this doesn't have to be closing your eyes, sitting cross-legged on the floor, and being in solitude. If that is too difficult for you when you start, especially if your mind's constantly wandering, just start with shorter time periods and maybe do a walking meditation where you don't have headphones in. You disconnect you turn your phone ringer down, you go by yourself, and you just realize every time that your mind wanders off in thought and bring yourself back to the present moment. My feet are hitting the ground. The air is hitting my face. I feel my breath going in. I feel the warm breath coming out. Or staring at a candle flame and watching it flicker. I like to do that. Also, a really good way I like to do it is to sit in the bath and have like an incense. I wonder if I have one in here. I got this incense holder for Christmas, and then it has like this long incense stick, and the smoke that comes off of it makes all these like weird designs, and it's really pretty. And I can just sit there for like half an hour and just watch the smoke, and it gets you present and it keeps your mind focused. And that's a really good way to meditate if you have a hard time just closing your eyes and allowing yourself to get still. And 4 is simply noticing, catching yourself when you're saying something that's limiting and trying to see if there's other ways of thinking about it. Like 3 creative ways. So you say something goes wrong in your business. Like for instance, right now, I can't teach in a studio. I just can't. So I can get upset about it and get angry and say, oh, there's nothing I can do. I'm helpless. I'm the victim. This really sucks. What am I supposed to do? Or I can go, there's nothing I can do about the fact that I can't teach in a studio right now. What are like 3 creative ways that I could still teach yoga in a way that isn't limited by our current circumstances, and then do that. I could type it in on Google. I can ask other people who are teaching yoga. I can see what other yoga teachers are doing. And the people you really want to look to for this when you're looking at creative alternatives is look to people that are successful. Don't ask your neighbor or your brother or somebody who has no idea about the industry that you're working in or the relationship that you're in, who doesn't have a good relationship themselves or it isn't making it themselves, and get their permission to go after something you want or to be creative and do something outside of the box, because most likely they're dealing with self-limiting beliefs too. So they're going to say something that's not necessarily the most conducive to your growth. Go to people who are excelling, who are winning in the industry or the relationship that you desire, and ask them, what do you do that works? And see what kind of creative tips you have from there. So I think for this video, that covers a lot. I really hope this helps you expand your consciousness and think about different ways that you can live your life in a more free state of mind. Because I know my biggest problem, like my whole childhood growing up, and especially in my early 20s, was not my circumstance. It was the way I thought, it was my belief in myself. I really held myself back in so many ways by making excuses about why I wasn't good enough, why my circumstances were the death of me, and all these other things. And as I work through that and see my beliefs for what they are, a belief, and that's malleable and changeable, I have really transformed my life, and I hope this helps you to transform yours. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.